Here we go.
What?
A healthy balance.
Yeah, so this is my camera bag. Sorry, it's quite messy right now. So this is my Canon 80D. Canon. I saved up quite a while for this when I first came to Taiwan. Love it. A couple of lenses in here. The nifty 50. Got my wide angle. This is my Rode microphone.
Ooh, that's a beautiful microphone.
Yeah, the Rode Plus, I believe it's called. Yeah, so this is my drone controller, my drone. They all live right here. Drone batteries, charging station. These are all my knickknacks. This is pretty important actually when you're filming indoors or at night. Nice LED light. Yeah, this thing is awesome.
That's essential to have a lighting kit.
Absolutely essential. My Insta360.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's nice. Thank you for sending me that. A couple of little selfie sticks, tripods.
So you're ready for vlogging.
I'm ready for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I probably don't need all this stuff at any given time, but it's nice to know I have it. Oh, and one last thing. My trusty knife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You never know when a wild boar is going to attack you in Taiwan.
Exactly. So, plus my brother gave this to me. I really like having it on me. Hi, how are you?
Are you from?
We're from Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. Have you been to Canada?
Yeah. Banff.
Banff. Oh, Banff is amazing.
Have you ever been to Toronto?
Toronto, yeah.
Oh, my home, Toronto.
Your home.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. Welcome to Taiwan.
Ah, thank you so much. Are you?
Formosa.
Where are you from? You're from Kaohsiung or
Kaohsiung.
Kaohsiung?
Kaohsiung. Yeah.
Okay, Kaohsiung number one.
Okay.
Wes, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Check that out. We're in the middle of the mountains of Taiwan, and look what we just found.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is quite delightful. But since we no place to go, seriously, we have nowhere else we can go. Let Maolin snow, let it snow, let it snow, because I would love to see some snow right now. It looks like today we will see butterflies, but not a lot.
It's still beautiful though.
It's beautiful. It's a good exercise.
Yeah.
If we sound out of breath, as you can see the stairs, it's quite
steep.
When you first came to Taiwan, obviously you had a dream of doing the YouTubing, which you had already started.
Yep.
But also being an English teacher.
Absolutely. I really do enjoy teaching, especially when the students are nice.
Yes, when
know.
the students are nice.
I don't, the troublesome kids, sometimes that bogs you down because you feel like you're spending a lot of energy controlling them, whereas some of the kids who want to learn maybe are missing out on something that you can give them. you
Yeah.
know? But other than that, I really loved teaching. Kids are so fun to be around. I had a great school.
At what point did you realize that YouTube could become a full-time reality for you? Like at what point?
Well, I mean, while I was teaching, just like what you're doing now, I was doing a video every single week. So that took up most of my time teaching and doing YouTube. And then, I don't know, maybe about a year and a half ago, I started getting a couple of sponsored videos. I think my first one was the Xinying Night Market in Tainan.
Oh, okay, cool.
Then I really started to consider maybe this is something I could be doing full time. Yeah, it's been almost 1 year since I left my teaching job actually, December 5th.
So what was it like? Like the ultimate switch. Did you like at first were you like, wow, is this really like I'm doing this now?
I think about 6 days after I left my teaching job, I flew back home to Canada. That's when I went home to Canada for 5 or 6 weeks. And So then when I came back to Taiwan, I just jumped right back into the YouTube, and I've been really, really loving it.
And I think the people watching your show are loving it as well.
Thanks, man.
I think you bring the culture, you're showing Taiwan for what it really is, and I think Taiwanese people appreciate you sharing it, and hopefully the world catch on.
Part of why I make my videos, because when I went home at Christmas,
Yeah.
people said, how's Taiwan? And I just couldn't really sum it all up very easily, because there's so much that I love about this country and so much that I love about living here. So sometimes it's just easier to say,
Watch this episode.
Here's my YouTube channel, you'll see for yourself. Yeah. And the best thing about Taiwan is it's so photogenic.
So,
no matter where you go.
So your last trip home was around the same, was 2019.
Yeah, I think December 12th, 2019, I went home for Christmas, yeah.
Okay, and my last trip home was June, July 2019.
Okay.
How grateful are you that you got home that year? Because we didn't know what 2020 was going to look like.
Absolutely. I really had to go home. I hadn't been home in 2 years at that point, since I, came to Taiwan. So grateful. Like, if I hadn't gone home last Christmas,
That'd be it. You'd be waiting.
Couldn't go home this year, who knows? It could have been 3 or 4 years that I didn't get to go home.
I know, and I'm so glad I got home in 2019. But my father is turning 80 this April, and I was actually hoping to go home and surprise him, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I think we both have, I think most foreigners right now have that heavy feeling in their heart of when can we comfortably go home to visit.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope for the summer.
I hope for the summer, because that's when I want to be there, sitting on my wooden Muskoka chair, fishing, swimming in my lake,
drinking a nice cold Molson Canadian.
Molson Canadian.
Yeah.
I have a Molson Canadian in my cupboard.
Do you really?
I will share a Taiwan shot glass of Molson Canadian with you.
Maybe we can do that on New Year's or something.
I will save that.
It does feel nice being out here, though. I heard you saying the forest bathing, and I completely agree with you. Once you get outside the city, you can just feel the energy of the trees and all the green. It's so nice.
And when I think back to when I was a kid, when was I the happiest? Was when I was playing in my backyard, climbing trees, going to my cottage, jumping in the lake, going to my cottage. Those are my happiest memories. Picking chestnuts off the ground.
Yeah, blackberries.
What is your favorite episode that you made on your channel to date, to this point?
Okay, probably the one where I went to Canada and I got my whole family to taste gallium. Just because it was so fun having my family in my video.
Where do you see yourself being a year from now?
Well, exactly a year ago, I was actually right here at this butterfly sanctuary. And a year later, I'm right here again. So how about next year, I will be right here at the beginning of December.
A reunion in Maolin butterfly area.
Yeah.
And dream job.
You're looking at it, baby. YouTube.
See, that's what I want to hear. And that's also to let you, the viewer, know we really love what we're doing. This is not just to get a paycheck at the end of the month or at the end of the week. I love sharing Taiwan with you, and he loves sharing Taiwan with you, so.
Yeah, easily. I was doing YouTube for years before I made a single dollar. So, I would be doing this whether you were getting paid or not getting paid, whether I had 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers, it doesn't matter. I love filming and editing videos.
It's raining, we're gonna head back to the car, and let's find food. I'm hungry.
I just want to find something that we can't really find in Kaohsiung. That's always what I try to do when I explore new places.
Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode where Wes and I venture to a local restaurant and try some very interesting food.